Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Brother 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗀, Brother Imran, Brother Amin. I'm sure Brother Fahim is going to join soon. When he joins, inshallah, we'll do another recap. But let's just start the lesson. Before we start the lesson, any questions regarding previous lessons? Okay, I'm just gonna ask a few questions. There's two letters. If they have shadda on those letters, you have to do gunna. What are the two letters and what is gunna? Can Brother 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗀 tell me?
So gunna is the sound coming from your nose, the nasal area. The two letters are so mim shadda and nun shadda.
Okay, mashallah. The letter alif, does it always stay alif, or sometimes the sound and the name changes? Brother Imran, can you tell me, please?
Yeah, it changes. You know, when there's like a zobar or zer, like it changes into a hamza.
Okay, why does it change you into a hamza? Why doesn't it change to another letter?
Because they have the same like how do they have the sound? Like, you know, the alif has it hasn't got a sound or anything, but when it becomes what'd you say, like has a
same sound. Basically they look different, but they sound the same. That's why it's not called a noon, it's not called a wow, it's called a hamza, because hamza fatha a, alif fatha a, they make the same sound. They might look different. Mashallah, very good. Brother Amin, when ra has a shadda, what do we do? Do we make it full mouth or empty mouth? When ra has a sakin, or ra has, no, you just say ra has a shadda. I'll keep ra sakin for Brother Fahim. If a ra has a shadda, what do I do now? Do I make it full mouth? Do I make it empty mouth? So this ra, what do I do with this ra? It's got a shadda. How do I make my mind up to make it full or empty?
If it's got a kasra on top.
So what would I do with this one? What do I do with this one? Do I look at the fatha on top, or do I look at the letter before what he has?
I think it's the letter before. You see what he's got.
No. Okay. If it's a sakin, let me just explain this to you again to everyone. If it's a sakin, so imagine the ra has a fatha, kasra, dhamma. That's simple, yeah. These two are full. This is empty, yeah. Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah.
If it's got two of each, simple. The two dhamma, two fatha full, and the two kasra is empty. So that's two scenarios done, yeah. Now let's go to the third scenario. Third scenario is ra has a sakin. Oh, what do we do? Now, if it's a sakin, if it's got a fatha before it or a dhamma before it, it's full. If it's got a kasra before it, it's
empty.
Okay, because the ra doesn't make a sound itself, so we have to look at the letter before, yeah, in sakin, yeah. Is that clear? Okay,
yeah.
mashallah, that's good. Oh no, let me just change the color. Let me just change it to red. If ra has a shadda, what do we do? So imagine this is a sheen, and this ra has a shadda. On top of the shadda is a fatha. No, sorry, not on top of the shadda. Underneath the shadda is a kasra, yeah, here. But the letter before has a fatha. So what do we do? Is this example clear, or let me just write it down again?
Yeah, it's clear.
Let me just write it down again. So do you know this example is in the Quran? قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ مِنْ شَرِّ. So what do we do now? Do we look at this kasra and make it empty, or do we look at the letter before's fatha and make it full?
Last one.
We look at this, yeah, because shadda makes a sound itself, so we don't have to look at the letter before. Sakin, we have to look at the letter before, because sakin doesn't make any sound. It's dependent on the letter before. So we look at the letter before. If it's got a fatha or dhamma, it's full. If it's got a kasra, it's empty. Clear? But because shadda makes some type of sound, So in the case of shadda, we don't look at the letter before, we look at the shadda itself. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Is that clear with everyone, or do you want me to explain again?
No, it's clear with me.
That's clear.
Okay. Okay, mashallah everyone. Brother Fahim, let me ask you a question. Let me see what I can ask you. Okay. You tell me, as a group, what is the first line called as a group? What are these called? I know it's called one fatha, one kasra, one dhamma, fathatain, or two fatha, two kasra, two dhamma, fathatain, kasra, dhammatain. But as a group, what are they called?
Haraka.
MashaAllah. This is called haraka. MashaAllah. What about this one?
Are they also called haraka? Because isn't that like the noun? Oh no, that's called tanween.
Tanween, yeah. They are haraka, but because it's double, so you call it tanween.
It's a double noun.
Yeah. So if it's singular, it's called haraka. If it's double, it's called tanween. MashaAllah. Okay. Let's start our last lesson for module 2, and inshallah, let's share the screen. So now we go to mud. We go to stretching. Can you remember in the first module we done? There are 6 places we don't make long. We read it fast. What are the 6 places? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, zabor zer pesh.
MashaAllah.
Do zabor do zer do pesh.
Yeah. Zabor zer pesh, do zabor do zer do pesh, or fatha kasra dhamma, two fatha, two kasra, two dhamma. Yeah. These are the places where we make fast. We don't slow down. We have to read it fast. We have to read it fast. Now, today we're going to do about the places where we make long. We stretch. They are called mud, stretching. Okay. Mud and lean. For now, just ignore lean. Let's just do mud. And inshallah, end of the lesson, the last slide, we're going to talk about lean, inshallah. So mud, what does mud mean? Just a minute. Okay, so mud. What does mud mean? Mud means to stretch something. So alif fatha, we don't stretch it because it's not mud. But once we start stretching this, because it's got a fatha before it, or there's a dhamma with a waw, there's a waw with a dhamma before it, waw sakin, we have to make it long. That's what mud is. We have to say ba, we have to say bu. Okay, I'll give you examples later, inshallah. There are 3 letters of mud. These are the only 3 letters where we will do mud. Okay, letter number, the first one is alif, the second one is waw, the third one is ya. But they have a condition. They have to have a sakin, and the letter before has to have a specific haraka. Okay. The following are the 6 places where you would stretch, you would make mud, stretch the letter of mud. These are called the main muds, found in the Quran. They are called mud asli. Okay, because majority of the Quran is those type of mud. There's another different type of mud. I'll explain it to you in the next slide. Okay. So these are the 3 letters of mud. Let's go to the examples. Okay. Now the first one is, remember these 3 letters. Yeah. Remember these 3 letters. Alif, waw, ya. The first one is after fatha empty alif. Now remember, after fatha, the empty alif has to come after fatha. If the empty alif comes after a kasra or dhamma, it wouldn't come like that. In Quran, it wouldn't come like that. But if it does come, we don't make it long. It has to be fatha and alif. So I want everyone to memorize this. You can do it in your own words, but when I ask you, what's the 6 places we stretch, we make long? You have to know after fatha empty alif, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma waw sakin, standing fatha, standing kasra, and upside down dhamma. Okay. You say standing dhamma here, but it's meant to be upside down dhamma. Okay. After fatha empty alif, the second one is after kasra ya sakin. After zer there's a ya with a sakin, or after kasra there's a ya sakin, and the third one is after dhamma waw sakin. Okay. And the fourth one is a long fatha. When we go to the Quran, I'll explain it to you. We'll do it practically in the Quran. Long fatha, standing fatha, khara zabur, long kasra, standing kasra, kharazir, or inverted dhamma, upside down dhamma, ulta pesh, whatever you want to call it. These are the 6 places. The last 3 places is quite straightforward because it's standing, so we make it long. But these first 3 places, people get confused. Okay, remember, after fatha, it has to be an empty alif. After kasra, ya sakin. The easiest way to remember is kasra comes at the bottom. Let me just clean this. Wait, let me just clean this. Look at this. The easiest way to remember this one is kasra comes at the bottom, and the dot of ya, they come at the bottom. So when they join together, you make it long. But it has to have a sakin, yeah? So kasra and ya, they both come at the bottom. That's the way I explain to the small children when I teach in maktab. So if it helps you, you can use the same clue. Dhamma, which letter does dhamma look like? What's the closest letter dhamma looks like?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So when dhamma and wow, they match. Okay. So dhamma looks like a wow. So after dhamma, if a wow comes with a sakin, that's when we make long. Okay. And what did we do in the other one? In kasra. How would you? What's the reference thing you remember about kasra and ya? They both come at the bottom. Yeah. Or you can just, if you can just remember it like this, after fatha and tali, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma sakin is good. But if you find it hard, that's how you match it. Kasra and ya, dot of ya is at the bottom, and dhamma and waw, they look similar. Okay, let's go to the next slide and let's see some examples. The 6 situations will be referred as mad asli. Mad letters, they are also called mad asli. Mad asli, they are the original mads. Mad asli, how long? Okay, now how long do we stretch the mad? The gunna, we do it for 2 seconds. Mad, we do it for about 2 seconds. Okay, so it can be 2 seconds long, or if you want to just calculate, if you have a closed finger, open it. If you have an open finger, close it. 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, it's okay. Minimum, try to do it for 1 second, and it's just a bit long. Don't try to make it too long, especially these ones. These ones, we only do it for maximum of 1 or 2 seconds. Otherwise, it becomes another mud, and we don't want to take it to those muds. Okay, so we don't say 𝗃 we say 𝗃 𝗃 أُذِنَ. Just stretch it a bit so the person who's listening to you, they know that you're stretching, you're not reading it fast. Okay, so these are the 3 examples. This is a word from the Quran. This word itself has all 3. It's got after the first one is after the waw sakin, the second one is after kasra ya sakin, and the last one is after fatha empty alif. Now in one word, Allah got all 3 mads together. This is another verse from the Quran. This is another word from the Quran. Udina, utina. They're words from the Quran. Any questions?
Can you have?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you go.
No. I would have started the next one because I thought there's no questions.
No, I was gonna say. So you know, with the at the moment it's fatha. After fatha alif, you can make it long.
Yeah.
If you have,
you have to make it long.
Yes. So if you have one of the tanweens.
Yeah. Tanween will come. Yeah. Tanween will come to it when we do stopping. Do you know we're gonna do how to stop? That's a very good question. I can explain it to you now. But when we do stopping, I think it's on the 4th module. We're gonna do stopping. How to stop on. So when I go to the Quran, I'll just show it to you. How to stop, just as an example. But we wouldn't do the stopping lesson till the last module. Okay. But so if there was a letter with tanwin, qaf 2 fatha. If you're gonna carry on, you say qan. If you're gonna stop, you take 1 fatha away. You say qa, but you have to make it long because after fatha there's an empty alif. Okay. I'll explain this in detail, inshallah, in the last module, because last module is about how to stop. I think Brother Imran asked me as well. Do you know sometimes when you're stopping in the Quran and you see different signs, like there's a circle. There's a circle and there's a ta on top. There's a meme there. Sometimes there's a jim and all these things. What do they mean? How do we stop? Inshallah, I'll do all that on the last module. After we learn all the rules, and then we have to learn how to stop on each rule. Remember one thing, it has to be an empty alif. Why does it have to be an empty alif? As soon as the alif is not an empty and it starts making a sound, we don't make it long anymore. So we wouldn't say qa'a, we say qa'a. Let me just. So if this alif, if I put a fatha on the alif, I wouldn't say qa, I would say qa'a. The alif doesn't stay an alif anymore, it becomes a hamza. That's why I explained hamza and alif last week. So this has to be an empty alif. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now the ones we done before, mad asli, after fatha empty alif, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma waw sakin, they're 1 or 2 seconds long maximum. I told you not to make it too long because these are the longer ones. This one and this one, they're longer. So if you look at the first this part of the picture, it shows you after fatha empty alif, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma waw sakin, long fatha, long kasra, long upside down dhamma. They are the 1 second long one. Okay, you make it 1 second. Sometimes you're going to see in the Quran that these are there. After fatha empty alif is there, but then there's a line on top. There's like a wiggly line on top. Why isn't it writing? What's the answer? There's like a wiggly line on top. So what do we do? If the line is like this, if the line is not straight and is bendy, like this wiggly line, we make it 3 to 4 seconds long. But then there is another place where the line is a straight line. It's a very straight line. If that line comes, we make it 5 to 6 seconds long. Is that clear? Why? When do you get these lines? I can explain it to you. But I just want you to recognize these lines. This is a 5. If it's a straight line, it's a 5-6 second long line, straight. If it's a wiggly one, it's going to be 3 to 4 seconds. And if there is no line, it's going to be mad asli. Mad asli is how long? 1 to 2 seconds. Yeah. So this is the original mad. Remember one thing. This is the original mad. Mad asli is original. When these lines come, they just extended mad. So we have to do our normal 1 second, but because Allah has put another line on top, depending on which line it is, we have to make it that much long extra. So it's an extension of the real mad. So if there's no sign, we make it 1-2 seconds. Once there is sign, we look at which sign it is, and according to the sign, we make it that much long. Important note: mad letter is a condition for all the extended. It has to be a mad letter. Okay. So this sign, they have to come on top of this. So imagine you just see scene. You just see a scene in. Imagine you just see a scene in the Quran, or a ba, a normal ba, with a fatha. But then you see this sign. Would you make it long? No, you wouldn't make it long. Remember, mad letter is a condition for all extended mad. It has to be one of these forms. It has to be after fatha empty alif, and then if this sign comes, you're gonna make it long. If there is none of these 6, but you see an extended mad sign, if we didn't do the actual one, why would we extend it? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has to be one of these signs, and then it'll have something on top. Okay. Brother Amin, Brother Fahim, Brother Imran.
Yeah.
Everyone is with me, yeah? Or
yeah.
You lost me.
No.
No, if you want to ask me questions, don't worry. We've got a lot of time. Go on.
Yeah. So sorry. Could you just explain that again, Ustad? With the bar, basically, if it doesn't have the standing kasra or the standing fatha.
Fatha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's the only. If it's a normal sign.
If it's
like,
the normal. Okay. Let me just explain to you. Just remember this. Mad letter is a condition. It has to be stretching. For you to have extended mad, that word or that letter has to be stretching from before, and then you can add an extension. If the letter doesn't even stretch, you can't add an extension. Okay. So let me just take you to the whiteboard, and I can explain it to you.
What about Surah Yasin?
Yasin, as in? Oh,
So-
Yasin are openers. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to teach you that. So
Okay.
Yasin, that's all in module 4. Yasin, Alif Lam Mim,
Yeah.
Alif Lam Mim. These are all openers. Taha, Tasin. These are all openers. They have a different rule. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
And they only come at the beginning of the surah, and they look a bit
Okay.
different because they don't have a Fatha Dhamma Kasra. They only have stretching
No.
signs. That's already, I've made it on the last, because these, they don't come much in the Quran. That's why I kept it for the last module. Okay, the ones which come more, I'm trying to teach in the first, second, third module, and then whatever's remaining, like the bits and bobs, we'll cover all that in the fourth module, like stopping. There's some left, some rules left for our openers, the silent letters in the Quran. These are all with the sajda. There's 14 sajda. There's places. These are like they're less compared to the rest of the Quran. That's why I kept all of those ones, all the rare ones, for the last module. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So someone was asking. So ba. Let me just do this one. Bu. Let me just do bu. So ba damma waw bu. And there's another one, ba damma bu. Okay. Now, which one is right? If I put a stretching sign here, extension, or if I put a stretching sign here, extension, which one is going to be right?
The ba with the wow.
The ba with the waw, because
It
for
has
the extension to come, the letter has to be stretched from before, and then the extension can come and make it longer. Yeah. This one, we don't even make this long. This ba with the dhamma is a fast letter. So this, if the extension does come, we just ignore it. We don't even make it long. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the extension to come in use, the word itself has to be stretching from before. If that's clear.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, it has to be madda asli. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we've done page 1. We've done page 3 as well. Page 4. Let's go to the next one. Next one. Okay. 3 is done. 4. Oh, we've done page 4 as well. So remember, if it's got a straight line, it's 5 to 6 seconds. If it's got a wiggly line, it's 3 to 4 seconds. Okay, let me just tell you the difference. Do you know in Quran, you're going to see, I'm just going to explain madda asli, because there is so many other madda far'i, madda muttasil, madda munfasil, madda kilmi muthaqqal, kilmi mukhaffaf. It's just going to confuse everyone, because you need years to learn that. You need months to learn that. Okay, like 1 week you have to concentrate on one mad. One is harfi muthaqqal, kilmi mukhaffaf. So let's just keep mad simple, because this is like a very short course, so we can't really cover all the details of mad. So the main mad was mad asli, the real mad, which is after fatha empty alif, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma waw sakin, long fatha long kasra, and upside down dhamma or inverted dhamma. These are the 6 main ones. The rest of the mad, they come on those. Okay, depending, like sometimes if there's a shadda after it, it becomes another mad, like walad dallin. After you make 4 seconds long, then you have to catch the shadda. That's a different mad, but we wouldn't really concentrate on that. Okay, as long as you know how long these signs are, that should be enough for you. Okay, now there's another way to remember. After stretching, if a hamza comes, this hamza, okay, if this small hamza comes, then it's going to be this. It's going to be 3 to 4 seconds long. Yeah. After stretching, so after this stretching, if the next letter after stretching is this small hamza, it's going to be 3-4 seconds long. Okay. After this stretching, if the next letter is a alif type hamza, it's going to be 5 to 6 seconds long. Is that clear? We'll do in the Quran. So this 3-4 second stretching will only come after stretching if there's a small hamza, if there's a real hamza, and if there's an alif type hamza, after stretching it'll be 5 to 6 seconds long. Am I confusing anyone, or I'm clear?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
see
Okay.
the Quran, it might make it a bit easier.
Let's do something. Let's just go to the Quran. Let's just go to the Quran. One second. Quran is not working again. Okay, let's just go to the Quran. Can everyone just have the other, like if you have your phone next to you, just take a picture of this. If you have your phone next to you, just take a picture of this one, or just take a picture of this one. Just take a picture of this extended mud, and I'll explain it to you when mud becomes extended, like a small hamza and a real hamza. Just take a picture of this one. Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone done?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now let's go back to the Quran, inshallah. Yeah, go. Okay. قد سمع الله قول التي تجادلك في زوجها وتشتكي. Can you remember I told you after stretching? So let's look at this one. Let's look at this. Let's look at this word. Tashtaki. Everyone look, okay? Now I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take the extra stretching off. After kasra, there's a kasra here. There's a ya with a sakin. Are we going to make it long?
I think, yeah.
Yes, we are going to make it long. Even though the ya doesn't have 2 dots, but it's a ya. And the letter before ya has a kasra. So we are going to make it long. Okay? Now, do we just make it 1 second long, or do we make it 4 seconds, 5 seconds? We don't know. Remember I told you, if a alif type hamza comes, look what happens. Look. I'm going to show you a lot of examples. So I take this one off. I made it long. The next word, the next letter was an alif, which became a hamza. That's why we make it 3 seconds long. Okay, is that clear?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a lot of examples. Then it just goes. It just becomes more clear. Now let's go here. Let's concentrate on this word. Nisa'ihim. Okay. Now I'm going to take this straight line off. After fatha, there's the empty alif. Do we make long?
Yes.
Yes. We make it long. We make it long for 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah. But in here, the next word, the next letter is a real hamza. So how long do we make it?
5 to 6.
5, 6 seconds. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the screen a bit smaller, and we're going to compare both of them. Okay. This rule, this one you don't have to know. You don't really have to know this rule because the Quran is already marked. But I'm just trying to show you why is some of them 3, 4 and some of them 5, 6. It'll be 3, 4 if the next letter is a alif type hamza. It's an alif with a fatha kasra dhamma. It'll be 5, 6 when the next letter is a real hamza, that small ayn type. Yeah. So look at this and look at this. Can you see? If I take both of the stretching mark away, they're stretching, but look at what type of hamza is after. If it's a real hamza, you're going to make it long for 4 to 5 seconds, 5 to 6 seconds. If it's a alif type hamza, you're going to make it 3 to 4 seconds. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a few more examples so it becomes much more clear. Any questions?
You know when you said about the alif and the hamza, so like you said in the Quran, if that happens, it's already marked in it, so you know already how long to make it.
Yeah. Most of the Quran is marked. I'm just trying to tell you when everything is 1 or 2 seconds long. Yeah. Whenever you see a stretching in the Quran, it's 1 or 2 seconds long. But sometimes that becomes 3 to 4 when there's a alif type hamza after it. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 seconds long, but sometimes it becomes 5 to 6 seconds long when there's a real hamza after it. Yeah.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah.
You don't really have to know this rule, but because it's already marked in the Quran, but just to make it clear for everyone, just to look, min nisa'ihim, there's another one here. Illallahi, there's a small hamza here. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, sorry.
What ذلك? ذلك.
No, but ذلك, okay, let me just zoom inside the page. ذلك لتؤمنوا بالله بس ذلك. ذلك. No, ذلك is long fatha, isn't it? And after that it's a lam. So it stays.
And then it's got a alif. The
It's
alif.
not an alif. It's not alif. It's a lam. It's a lam.
Oh, is it a lam?
This is a lam. I'm going to explain this as well.
No,
it's okay. I'm going to explain. If there's a straight line, it can be a lam and alif. How would you know if it's a lam and alif? Remember, alif always is attached to the letter before. Lam attached to the next letter. Okay, so dhalika, that long line, it was attached to the next letter. Yeah, so that's a lam. So if you see, remember, alif is always facing this way. He always sticks to the letter before. Alif never sticks with the next letter. Yeah, he always sticks to the letter before. Lam sticks with the next letter, and it can sometimes stick with the letter before as well. So let me just go to Quran, and let me just explain it to you. So in module 4, I don't have to explain this rule again. So what would this one be? Let me just make my pen small. What would this one be? Can you see alif? Alif is with the letter before in the qaf, yeah? Yeah. Can you see the lam after that? Lu.
Yeah.
Lu, lam comes facing this way. Alif comes facing this way, yeah? What letter would this one be?
Lam.
Lam. Okay. What about this one?
Lam again.
Lam again. Is that clear for everyone? So this ذَلِكَ لِتُؤْمِنُوا ذَلِكُمْ, that this would be a lam. There's one more scenario. Let me just show it to you. Is it on this page? It's not on this page. Let me just go to the next page. I might find an example. Yes, this one. Alhamdulillah. This one. Now there's a long line here, and it's attached to both sides. This one. What is that?
Lam again.
That's a lam. That's a lam. Remember, like I said before, alif only comes this way, lam comes this way, and it can come both ways. Yeah. So that's how we take. That's how we make. We know the difference. So let me just give you an example. Ba alif fatha ba, and then lam waw fatha lu. Lam is with the next letter, and then I'll do ya, lam, and qaf. So ya, li, qa. So if the long line is attached with both sides, it's a lam. If the long line is attached this way, it's a lam. If it's this way, it's alif. Is that clear?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. We'll cover this in 4th module. I've done it already, but when we go there, we'll just do a very fast one because I've explained it now, and then we can go to the next subject. Okay. Now let's go to the next subject. Alhamdulillah, we've done mad. I'm just going to do a quick recap. Mad means to stretch. There's 3 letters of mad: alif, waw, and ya. Alif needs to have a empty alif. Alif needs to have a fatha before it. It has to be an empty alif. Waw needs to have a dhamma before it, and ya needs to have a kasra before it. There's another 3 places: long fatha, long kasra, long dhamma. Yeah, these are the 6 places we make long. We don't make anything else long. Okay. And there's another 6 places opposite to these places where we don't make long: 1 fatha, 1 kasra, 1 dhamma, 2 fatha, 2 kasra, 2 dhamma. Yeah. Now these 6 places, how long do we make it? Do we make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds long? We only make it 1 to 2 seconds long. So close and open finger, or open and close finger. Yeah. That's it. Now sometimes there's going to be another temporarily something's going to come and it's going to extend the mud. So the original mud is 1 to 2 seconds, but there's going to be something coming. Because of that thing, we have to make it a bit longer. Okay, now they are here. It's going to be either 3 to 4 seconds, the wiggly line, or it's going to be a straight line, 5 to 6 seconds. When do we get 3 to 4 seconds? When the next letter has a Hamza, but it's a alif type Hamza. It's a alif which became a Hamza with a fatha, kasra, or dhamma. Yeah, fatha, kasra, or dhamma. And when do we get this 5 to 6 seconds? Well, after the mud, after the stretching, we get one of those Hamza, one of these Hamza. Yeah, is that clear? I showed it to everyone from the Quran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, done. Now let's go to lean. Can you remember I said mud and lean? What is mud and what is lean? We've done mud. What is lean? Lean is like mud, but we have to be very careful with lean. In lean, we don't stretch. Okay, it looks very similar to mud, but we only stretch when you're stopping. So when we're carrying on reading, we don't stretch. Okay, we have to read it nice and clear. But when we're stopping, we stretch it. That's why it's called lean. That's why it's half mud and half not mud. Okay. Now the letters of lean is a after fatha waw sakin and after fatha ya sakin. Don't get it confused with mud. Mud is after fatha empty alif, after dhamma waw sakin, after kasra ya sakin. Lean is different. Lean is after fatha waw sakin and after fatha ya sakin. Lean is only fatha, but then after fatha you'll get a waw sakin, daw. After fatha you get ya sakin, day. Yes. After fatha ya sakin, after fatha waw sakin. The rule of lean, although now I'm reading this one, yeah. Here. Although the lean letters look similar to mud because of the waw sakin and ya sakin, but you wouldn't stretch them because they are not mud. Okay, we will only stretch them when we're stopping. They will not be stretched in continuous reading. It will only be stretched if the next letter has a sakin, usually when you're stopping. Is this clear? I'm going to go to the Quran and I'll explain it properly. But just remember the difference. If you want to take a picture of this on your phone, and when we go to the Quran, we can do it practically. Okay. Now let's look at the example I've got here. Now, if you go to Surah Quraysh, لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ, that whole surah is full of lean. Okay. Now, وَالصَّيْفِ لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. Now, if I'm going to carry on, لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ, if I carry on, I don't make it long because it's lean. Wait, I'm going to go to the Quran and I'll explain it. Look at this. After fatha, there's a ya sakin. Is this stretching? Brother Imran, are we going to stretch after fatha ya sakin?
No, I don't think so.
For me to make fatha long, what needs to come after it?
Fatha long. Can't remember.
Who can answer this? For me to make a fatha long, what needs to come after it?
Alif.
Allah, mashallah,
It's
mashallah. Ba alif fatha
alif,
ba. It has to be a alif. For me to make that fatha long, the next letter has to be an empty alif. But am I going to make this fatha long? Because the next letter is ya sakin. No. Okay, I'm going to ask you the other way question. For you to make a ya sakin long, what needs to come before it?
A kasra.
Fatha, is it a kasra? Is it a dhamma?
It's a kasra.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, it's a kasra. Remember I told you the two dots of the yad is at the bottom and kasra is at the bottom. So is there any way we can make this long? Because ra has a fatha but there is no empty alif after it. Ya has a sakin but there is no kasra before it. Can we make this long?
No.
No, we're not making long. It's called lean. But if we stop on it, we make it long. So look at this. لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. Because we stopped on the sheen, we make this long. But if I'm going to carry on, I don't make it long. لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ. I didn't stop on the scene, I don't make this long. If I stop on the scene, I make it long. Is that clear?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
sorry.
what's the length of the?
Same as mud. It becomes mud.
Okay.
1-2 seconds. It becomes mud. 1-2 seconds. Okay, but that's the only difference. Lean. If you carry on, you don't make long. If you stop, you make it long. When I go to, we'll do it from the Quran, inshallah. قريش إيلافهم. Now look, لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. That's another lean after فتحة يا ساكن. فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع. That's another lean. جيم واو فتحة. جوع. وآمنهم من خوف. That's another lean. So Surah Quraysh is full of lean. Okay. Let me go to Surah Quraysh and let me just take a screenshot and then I'll explain it, inshallah. Quraysh. Okay. Let's go back to our Quran. Surah Quraysh. Okay, I'm going to mark all the leans and I'm going to read it once with stopping and I'm going to read it second time without stopping, and you can read it with me and you can see how it's done. So first time I'm going to read it with stopping, so I'm going to stretch all of them even though they're lean, they're not mud after fatha ya sakin. Okay, لإيلاف قريش, because I've stopped. إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف, because I'm stopping. I'm here now. Yeah, I'm here now. فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. Did I make all of them long? Yes. Now I'm going to read the whole surah in one breath, and the only one I'm going to make long is this one because I have to stop here. So the only one I'm going to make long is here because that's where the surah finishes. The rest of them I'm not going to make it long. Just watch. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. Did you see? If I carry on, I don't make it long. If I stop, that's when I make it long. Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's one alif.
Yeah, if you make it long, it's one alif. If you don't make it long, you just read it like a normal fatha. Yeah.
So alif, just its own. What do you do with that one?
When you make one alif long, it's about 1 or 2. It's about 2 seconds.
No, sorry.
Okay.
There was an alif on one of the sentence on its own.
Okay. Sorry. Let me just go back to the picture again. الذي أطعمهم. This one. الذي أطعمهم. Yes, you just put a fatha there.
So which one are we looking at? Sorry.
This one.
No. So I was looking at فليعبدوا, and there's the alif there. So
Yeah.
make it longer or something.
Which one? فليعبدوا, I make it long because after Dhamma there's a waw sakin.
And then there's another alif after that.
Oh,
as well.
that alif is just silent. The alif, I'll explain it to you. It's a silent letters. Look, okay.
If it's another lesson, don't worry then.
No. I'll explain it to you now, but we'll do it detail in another lesson. Can you remember I told you in fourth module I'll cover silent letters as well, I said. So silent letters are, you'll get alif, waw, and ya here and there. They're just there. They don't really make any difference because they don't have any fatha, dhamma, kasra, sakin, anything on it. Like, look at this. You spotted one alif here, mashallah. There's 2 alifs here. There's 2 alifs here which are not in use. Okay? In Quran, you're going to get a lot of that. Look, there's another alif here. So if they are called silent letters, okay, we only use them if we want to start like this one. This one is silent as well. If I carry on, if I catch 𝗵𝗁 الَّذِي, this alif here is silent. But if I stop here, I say الَّذِي. Okay, so inshallah I'll explain all of them in the fourth module. Okay, so we're done with module number 2 today. Inshallah next Wednesday we start module 3. We'll finish that in 4 weeks, and then module 4, all the interesting questions going to come on module 4. That's when we wrap everything up, and so many things I've missed out, but I just kept it for the last lesson. Okay, anyway, let's go to the other Quran. Now watch this. Can you remember first when we started Surah Mujadala? We only knew 1 or 2 rules. The only thing we done practically was makhraj. What's the makhraj of qaf? Okay, qad sami Allah, and then we done Allah, and then we done ra. But now if you read one line, I'm going to give one line to each person. Read one line, I'm going to test you. So read this line, and you have to tell me exactly how many. Now you're going to see in each line, you know about 7-8 rules. Okay, so I'll do one line. I'll just show you an example, and then I'll distribute lines to everyone, inshallah, and then we'll finish it. So far, is there any questions on Madlin or anything on module 2 and module 1? If not, we'll start practical reading. Okay, let's start this. Color, yes. So I'm going to start with this one, yeah. We're not going to do makhraj because makhraj is going to take a bit long. So I'm going to make this one long because after kasra ya sakin. I'm going to make this one long because after kasra ya sakin as well. Sad, kasra, si, ya sakin. Alladhina, I'm going to make it long. This alif is not an alif, it's a hamza. Why? Because it starts making a sound. Alladhina, I'm going to make it long because after kasra ya sakin. Yudahirun, I'm going to make it long because it's a standing fatha. There's another thing here. Dha is a full mouth letter. It's khussa dhaghatin qidh, qaf sadda ta dha kha ghain. So this is a full mouth letter. Ra, I'm going to make it long because after dhamma waw sakin. Kum min nisa, what am I going to do here? Mim with a shadda. I'm going to do gunna. There's 2 letters, mim and nun. If they have a shadda, we do gunna. Nisa'ihim, I'm going to make it 5 to 6 seconds. Why? Because it's got that long mark. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? So can you see? Sorry?
There's a nun
I think
sakin.
Oh,
there's a nun.
mashallah, there's a nun shadda. See, I missed it. There's a nun shadda. Yeah. Okay, there's another thing here. Can you see there's a sakin here? And there's a shadda.
Yeah.
When sakin and shadda, they come together, we ignore the sakin. It's on 4th module, okay? These are all top-ups. It's on the 4th module. You're going to see sometimes, especially in 𝗃 يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. Let me just go to Surah Kafirun. And let me just show you this example. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ عَبَدْتُمْ. That's the one. Okay. We'll come back to this one later, inshallah. Let's just do the sakin and shadda when they come together. So when there's a letter with a sakin and the next letter has a shadda is more stronger. So we ignore the letter with a sakin. Yeah, we ignore it completely. We wipe it off. So this becomes another silent letter, like this one. Wala ana abidum ma abadtum. So do I say abad? Now there's a sakin here. Dal has a sakin. Ta has a shadda. What do? We cross the dal off completely. Because the shadda is stronger. Shadda you read it 2 times. That sakin you read it once. Okay? So when a sakin and shadda they come next to each other, we ignore the sakin and we read the letter with the shadda. So we say abattum. Dal catches the ta. Dal doesn't catch. Ba catches the ta. Ba doesn't catch the dal at all. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sakin and shadda, if they come together, we ignore the sakin completely. Imagine there is no letter here. So ba will catch the ta straight away. But inshallah, I'll cover this in the last lesson. We've got a few more minutes left. I want everyone to have a go, inshallah. Okay. What's happened now? It's not working. Yes, mashallah, Sheikh. Okay. I've done my line. I'm gonna give this next line to Brother Kibriya. Well, let me just go in order. So Brother Amin, Brother Fahim, Imran Kibriya. So Brother Amin, this line. Brother Fahim, this line. Brother Imran, this line. And Brother Kibriya, this line. Okay. Okay, Brother Amin, Red, you start. All the rules you've done so far, try to apply on that line. You don't have to read the line. Just tell me, like, example, Mim has a shadda, we do gunna. So you carry on. Go on.
Yeah. Sorry, which line is my one? Is it
The
the
red
first
one. Red is you.
The red one. Okay.
You know what? Actually, read that line. Read the line. So I see how your fluency, inshallah, is, and then you can apply all this, all the rules.
Yeah. So ma hunna ummahatihim in
MashaAllah.
ummahatuhum illa in
Walad
dunahum.
nahum. Yeah, that's done. That's done. MashaAllah. Now tell me all the rules.
So you've got obviously the ha you've got you have to make it longer, or 1 to 2 seconds.
Which one? Which one?
Ummaha.
No, let's not go to Ummaha. Before we go to Ummaha, we've still got 2 rules here. We've got a Mim Shadda and Nun Shadda.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Just go in order, and then we've got another Mim Shadda here. So let's go in order. See, like, try to concentrate on each letter if it doesn't make any difference.
Okay. So the Mim Shadda, that's going to be 1 to 2 seconds long.
Gunna. Yeah, 1, 2, mashallah, yeah. Mim Shadda and Nun Shadda. So we've got 3 of them.
Yeah.
We're going to do Gunna. But there's another thing here. There's another thing on this first Mim Shadda. There's something special here. Let me see if you... The lesson we done today. After Fatha, there's something.
There's Alif.
Empty Alif. So we have to make it long. Ma. After Fatha, empty Alif. MashaAllah. Okay. Then you can go to this Hana. Go on.
Ummahatihim. So the Ummaha, so the Ha is long.
MashaAllah. Good. Do you want to explain anything about this? Sorry, my pen keeps going. Do you want to explain anything about this Alif? It starts making a sound, and what does it become now?
It comes from your nose.
No, Alif itself. Because the Alif starts making a sound, what does it become?
Hamza.
MashaAllah, very good. Yeah. Okay, now you can go here. Go
on. In ummahatuhum. So similarly to the Alif, it's got the Dhamma, it's gonna become a Hamza. The Ha is used 1 to 2 seconds long. I can't see anything else on that
one. This one. Illa yeah. La is you can't see it clearly, but it's got a long fatha. But because the next letter has a small hamza, that's why you have to make it 4 seconds long. Okay, because this is not clear, you can ignore this. But in here there is a interesting rule. Let me see if you can find it in this word.
Waladuhum.
Waladnahum. There's a letter with a sakin, and if a letter has a sakin, we do something.
I'm not sure, Ustad.
Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna narrow it down more for you. This dal has a sakin.
Yeah.
What do we do? Qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal, kutubu jaddin. If they have a sakin, we bounce our voice. Waladnahum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mashallah, that's good. Listen, our time is over. Do you lot still want to do? I think we should just stay another 5 minutes and do these lines. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Blue line. Who was blue line? I think it was Brother Fahim.
G.
Okay. Bismillah. Start.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنهم ليقولون منكرا من القول وزورا وإن الله لغفور رحيم.
لعفو غفور. Okay. Just till Allah, till wa inna Allah. If you can tell me till here, if you can tell me all the rules. Bismillah.
So from there we've got Noon has a shadda, so we're going to do a gunna for 2 seconds.
Okay.
So innahum, so in,
Mm.
and then moving on, then you've got meme with a shadda, with a
Where's the meme with the shadda? This one.
yeah.
Oh, you've done a long jump. You've got a lot of rules here. You've got three. You missed 3 rules. This one, and this ra.
Okay.
After the mawal sakin. Are you with me? This qaf after the mawal sakin, lam after the mawal
Okay, so the
sakin.
qaf
The ra has
is-
2 fatha. Go on.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, so okay. So in terms of the qaf, is a full mouth letter.
MashaAllah.
So it's got a dhamma.
Qaf is not full mouth because it's got a dhamma. Why is qaf full mouth?
Because qaf is a constant full mouth letter.
Constant full mouth. MashaAllah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Now, ku, there's another rule we do here. After dhamma, there's a waw with a sakin. What do we do?
Wow with a sakin.
After dhamma, if waw comes with a sakin.
Yeah, so it's part of the lesson that we do now. So it's part of the mud letter.
MashaAllah. Okay. And the next one is same. After lam, there's
Yeah.
a waw. Okay.
That's right, yeah.
That's good. Now you can move to this ra with 2 fatha. What is that ra? What do we do in the ra?
So with the ra with the 2 fatha, so that doesn't mean we have it's the full mouth letter.
Why is it full mouth? Is it because ra is every time full mouth, or is it because of 2 fatha?
No, it's because the rule of ra, it's that it's full mouth when there is a fatha or a dhamma or a do zabar or a do.
Okay. Okay, mashallah. And then let's brother Amin, are you okay to hang around for another few minutes?
Yeah, no problem. Ustad,
Okay.
of course.
I know you've done your test, so just let's wait blue, green, and yellow to finish. Okay, mashallah. Now, brother Fahim, this one.
So after the mean, then you've got the qaf again, full mouth letter.
And
So then,
okay,
where are you at?
You are here, yeah. This qaf.
Yeah.
Okay. You got something
Qaf,
interesting
full
here.
mouth letter, constant
After
letter.
qaf full mouth, there's something more interesting in this word. We done today. Lean after fatha.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
do
the
we make
waw-
it long? Do we make it long? Are we going to say qawli or qawli?
We're gonna make it long because it's a place of mud.
No. Qawli, lean. It's not mud. Mud, it has to be after fatha empty alif. Did you understand the difference between lean and mud?
I don't think I've quite grasped it. No, because I haven't picked that up.
Okay. Anyway, next lesson we should master it because we've got 6 days to practice. But this is lean. Lean is opposite of mud. We only make it long if we stop on it. If we don't like
Okay.
like that. If we don't stop on it, we don't make it long. It's okay. Don't worry about lean. What about this one? What about after this zoo?
Yeah, so I would. So again with the wuzu, so you would do the after the wow. There is a so because there's a wow with a haraka on it.
No.
Then I would do a mud.
No, yeah, we do mud because after the dhamma, after the pesh, there's a waw with the sakin, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, after fatha empty alif, after dhamma waw sakin is here, after kasra ya sakin. What about the ra? Full or empty?
It'd be full.
What about this? Then we do something else here?
Yeah, so with the wow is
Not wow.
No, so after the waw, you've got the alif and the noon. So with the noon, you would do, because of the shadda, you would do a it's noon shadda. So you have to do gunna for 2 seconds.
And then the last Allah, full or empty Allah.
Yeah,
What
you've
is
got
it?
a full. The lam becomes, because it's the lam in Allah, it become a full mouth in
Why?
Allah.
Why?
Because with every lam that's in Allah, it's a full mouth. But lam anywhere else may not be.
Are you sure?
Well, it's the lam that's written, so it's Allah that's written like that.
Okay, Allah, is he every time full mouth?
When Allah is written.
Okay. Can you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When there's not a fatha.
Okay, why did you make the Allah empty mouth in Bismillah? Why don't you say Bismillah?
Because
Allah,
the
remember,
letter.
no, the rule is the word Allah, if it's got a fatha or dhamma before it.
Yeah.
If it's got a fatha or if it's got a dhamma before it, that's when it's full mouth. If it's got a kasra before it, it's empty. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim has a kasra before it. That's why Bismillah is empty. This is full mouth because there's a fatha before it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everyone okay with me in that? Or
yeah, we did it in lesson 2. That's, I've just remembered. Yeah.
So remember, Allah is full if it's got a fatha or dhamma before it. If it's got a kasra before it, like Bismillahi, it's empty. So Allah is not always. But anyway, we can do. It's good. We done a recap, and whatever you forgot, it came back again. MashaAllah. Brother Imran, green line.
Okay, Bismillah. لعفو غفور والذين يظاهرون من نسائهم.
MashaAllah. Okay. Can you tell me the rules on this line, whatever you see?
Okay. So the fa has a pesh with it, and then after the shadda. So would you say? Hold on. No, I don't think there's anything there.
There's nothing here. Yeah.
Okay. Afun, Ghafur. So do I make the the end the Ghafur? So it's a bit. Yeah, that one.
What do you do here?
Is it mud?
Yes,
I
MashaAllah.
forgot the name.
Why is it not?
Could you stop? Could I stop there?
No. Not because you stopped there. After Dhamma, there's a waw sakin. After Dhamma, there's a waw sakin. After Dhamma, after pesh, there's a waw sakin.
Okay.
That's why you do mud. Anyway, you'll pick it up once. All the slides I'm going to send you on the group. Just practice on your Quran, looking at those slides, and then inshallah by next Wednesday's lesson you'll master it, inshallah. Okay. The mud, because I just taught mud now. I shouldn't be expecting everyone to know it fully. Okay, that's good. What about this ra? It's got 2 dhamma. What do we do? Do you make it full mouth or empty mouth?
Hold on. It's full in it.
Yes, full. When it's ra empty mouth, if it's got one kasra or 2 kasra, yeah. What? Anything special about this letter?
Which one? Yeah, it has a standing
Fatha. So it's long, fatha, yeah. But plus, what about the letter itself?
It's a full mouth.
MashaAllah. Yeah, the rest of them are stretching, but inshallah next week I'll try. Next week everyone should know the stretching properly. Brother Kibriya, your line. ثم
يعودون لما قالوا فتحرير رقابة من قبل أن
and it's okay. You can stop on min qabli. Okay. Now, can you just tell me all the rules?
ثم is the mim shadda gun.
Yep.
يعود it's got the what is it called? The dhamma with the waw and the sukun.
After the waw sakin. Yeah. And then how many of them you got?
And the waw.
Yeah, 2. Okay, mashallah. And then the next one. What's the next rule?
So the lima again. Mad again on mim.
Mashallah. Why?
Mim fatah and then alif.
Yeah.
And That's another one again.
Yeah, so these two are same, mashallah. Next one.
𝗀 again.
𝗀 is same as these. Okay, you don't have to explain it. Okay, but there's another thing here. qa, even though there's mud, there is the letter itself is something special.
Yeah, so it's full mouth.
Mashallah. Okay.
Not 𝗃𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀. It's the other one, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. فتحرير. Okay, we're just gonna do it till here. Yeah. So in this box, there's few interesting ones. Go on.
Okay. So again, the mud.
Yeah, but with the mud, there's something else. The ra. Look at that. Is it full or empty?
No, that's going to be. Is it because is it the kasra makes it empty?
Yes. So the fatahriru. It's not. This is empty. What about this ra? The next ra.
That's a full mouth because
Why?
of the dhamma.
What about the next ra?
Ra again.
Why is it full or empty?
Sorry, because of the fatha, it's a full.
What about the next letter qaf?
It's a full mouth.
Why?
It's one of those letters of full mouth.
Okay. Is it full mouth because of fatha, or is just every time full mouth?
It's always
Mashallah, mashallah. That's good. Mashallah. Okay, I'm sorry I took everyone's 10 minutes over, but mashallah, I can see there is improvement. And we have finished module 2. Module 3 should start from next Wednesday, inshallah. A bit more intense, okay? And inshallah, then module 4, then inshallah we'll finish everything. Everyone just concentrate on mud. Remember, there's two different things, mud and lean. They're completely two different things. I just need 1 minute. I'm just gonna go over it very quickly. So mud is after fatha if there's empty alif, after fatha empty alif, after kasra ya sakin, after dhamma waw sakin, then and long fatha, long kasra, upside down dhamma. These are the 6 mud. Okay, we always make them 1 to 2 seconds long, unless they extend it because of other reasons. Then we make it 3, 4, or 5, 6. Okay. That's the one. Okay, that's the extended one. And for extended, we have to have the original mud. If to put extension, we have to minimum have this mud, and then we can put extension on it, like I explained it. And then let's go to the next slide. Now this is lean. When you look at these slides and you try to implement in the Quran, you'll pick it up, inshallah. Lean is not same as mud. Lean is after fatha waw sakin, after fatha ya sakin. Mad is after fatha empty alif, after dhamma waw sakin, after kasra ya sakin. So it's different. Lean, we don't make it long. We only make long when we coming to a stop. So if we're gonna stop on the word of lean, we make it long. If we don't stop, we don't stretch. Okay, like I read I read 𝗃 قريش, 𝗃 قريش. Because I stopped, I made it long. Ray. If I don't stop, I say 𝗃 قريش. Can you see Quraishin and Quraish? That's the difference. Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Inshallah, I'll see everyone next week for module 3. Assalamu alaikum. Any questions? Any questions?
Jazakallah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.